Welcome back, fans and friends, for this upcoming video I have from Greenlight. I mentioned it earlier, but I'm just doing it now. 1986 Ford Taurus LX. So this will be from the movie RoboCop, so the Hollywood Greenlight series, 17 plus, series 34 specifically, right there. And it's 164, and I don't know why the variation on their age. I can't explain it. Maybe there's really small parts, but we know from this one that there's no hood, so there's less moving parts. Anyway, looks very nice. It looks almost Black Bandit-ish, and in fact, in the upcoming week, I think I'm going to do a Black Bandit actually of a Ford Taurus. I think it's a 1990, but I'm not sure. It's very similar to this generation, the first generation. As we all know, this is the first year they had it, and the LX is the highest trim. We won't know that from looking inside it, but this one here is a GL. And so far it looks good, plenty of detail, nothing really to complain while it's still in the package. Looks awfully similar to the one over there. And here we have clips from the movie, and obviously from the movie, the Delta City, the feature has a silver lining, part man, part machine, all cop, and then we have various photo stills, which I remember from the one I did with the Thelma and Louise. There is in fact just the one picture here. You have three. There's ED209, his character, and there he is in his original guise. And then as we know, everything else limited edition, die-cast metal chases made in China, and it's the 329th day of last year. Series 34 again, the 1456 2WB, 17 plus 164, and MGM Studios and Ford. Because they don't put all the cars in the series for this Hollywood Greenlight, so they don't have to put any other sponsors. So we're just going to go ahead and open it. So far everything looks okay. I don't see any major issues with the wheels. The wheels are very plain black, but however I do actually like those type of wheels. We've seen it before on some of the Black Bandit SSP Mustangs and a few other vehicles. I really did like the hubcaps of the Taurus that is also in the picture. So here we go, the matte black finish to the car, which I do like. It's highly non-reflective, so I don't know if that's a bit of a paint issue in the front there. Yeah, it just wipes off. So a microfiber cloth will just take off whatever that was. I guess we'll start from the top. As we can see, the windshield slash plastic used for it is nice and clear. It does have a little bit of the, I want to call it grating, we can see there. And just to compare that, this Taurus doesn't have it at all. But other than that, and I didn't point this out, but we can see like a little dashboard, which would be if it was a modern car, like a not a view screen, like the little tablets they have. But it does look like those early cell phone type holders in this car. So just pointing that out, it's just right there. Anyway, so other than that, we have the rear view mirrors, the steering on the left, hood, which unfortunately still doesn't open. You have the Ford there partially covered up by the front bumper here, which we saw in the Dodge Chargers in the last video. This could be fit for a hot pursuit, but obviously it is not. And we have there Delta City Police, nice and clearly written on the side. The fingerprints on the windshield are not mine, and they don't wipe off, and that's just one of the issues that Greenlight has commonly had. Wheels, as we can see, do not roll. If you just take a look, we'll take a look at the bottom. You see that top wheel there? It is not a level whatsoever. In fact, it seems to want to come off. Look at that. So that is it's fixable. So what I'm hoping is that it is not broken in there. I'll just take it off and replace it. It's not too difficult, but I mean, you're going to pay $10 for this, and it's doing that. So anyway, that is for a later time. And as we can see here, the wheel support there is correct. So there, you can see the silver in the middle. Sometimes they put it so it widens out when the pin goes in, but if it's too wide, it breaks. And as we see on the rear wheels, none of the rear wheels have it, and they're almost okay. So this car is going to require some minor repairs to get it up and running. So anyway, 32.9 and 21 last year, 14.562 WB. Ford Taurus, no mention of the LX. So if it says LX anywhere else, it does not. You will not know it's a LX after you take it out of the package. Everything else looks okay. There's the gas cap. Lights painted almost identically to the other Taurus, where it's just painted over imprints. That's it from the stamping. The license plate, though, does have something on it. It looks to be a barcode. Yeah, it's just a barcode. So it will be similar, if not exactly the same as that barcode there. Nice and clearly you can read. We can also read Taurus on the side there, and the little Ford and the keyhole there. Lights nice and evenly done. On to the other side, nothing else to complain about. And on the top is a nice and well painted. We have the floodlight there and the normal police car warning lights on the top, which is much nicer than what we got from the Hot Pursuits, two of the Dodge Chargers from last week. And this doesn't wiggle, and there appears to be no. We see a little bit of a glue there, that shiny thing there, and glue there. But I will happily take that over a physical defect in this, which there appears to be none. So just to the bottom. And to wrap things up, I've already covered most of this. As I said before, it's a new casting, 2021 anyway. The Ford stuff is there, and as we can see, it is extremely similar to the Greenlight above it. Except for the fact that obviously the top is just different. Everything else. So this Greenlight was really well done, and this one, it has a few issues like that wobbly wheel. It's going to have to come out because I don't want it. If I roll it, which I will do the test in about 30 seconds, I don't know if it's going to survive. And there we have, for the first time ever, I see a 5-digit limited edition number. So 09676. Just to contrast, usually they only put the 4 digits. So I'm just pointing that out. That is the first time I have seen a limited edition number. And it is limited edition. So that is correct. However, I did not know that they did 5, so that would reckon that there's more than 10,000 of these out there instead of the usual. So, finally, just to wrap it up, don't want to go on forever, we do the roll test. See, it does that thing where the wheel is bouncing a little bit. It does roll reasonably well, but because the wheel is the way it is, it comes to a sudden stop, and it wobbles. So, rather not as well as this Taurus. This Taurus does not roll quite as far. Oh, it does. But I thought this one was done really well. This one, except for that wheel thing. So we have the crack in the bottom wheel, and this one is all wobble. Sorry, not this one. The front ones is all wobbly. You can see there. It's wobbling. So I have extra nails. I will be replacing that soon. And then this one has the crack, as we can see there. That little reflection. So other than that, this thing's been done really well. Just the glue and that smudge I marked off of it. Everything else, see, this is how the ones we can see there. Again, the what I call the plastic fingerprints. So this one has them all over the place. In contrast, this one doesn't have any. Oh, right there. I apologize. It had one. So Ford Taurus, can't go wrong. LX from the RoboCop movie. Other than some minor gripes, this is not centered, but I don't really care. It is reasonably well done. So, thank you fans and friends for watching. This is Tumnus from Toronto, and till the next one.